Hello everybody, welcome back to probably one of the most unexpected, late and worrying match reactions, and one I won't lie I wasn't going to make. Literally about 2 minutes ago I decided to hop on and just talk about it, and it probably won't be longer than about 10 minutes because I think although we've lost the game and the facts are there, we're out of the FA Cup, we've been beaten 4-3 by Bristol Rovers after leading in the game 3 times, being 3-1 up in extra time. But I didn't go to the game, hence why I'm here now straight about 5 minutes after the game's finished. I listened to the game. I wasn't really planning on doing this at all. If we'd won the game or maybe in other circumstances I may have done one. And even if we'd lost the game, I probably still wouldn't have done one. But it's the manner we've lost the game. I think that's the most important thing. The manner that we've lost today's game and the manner we've lost this first round of the FA Cup replay is the reason why I'm doing this, because I think that we can take quite a lot from it, really. And I don't think it's going to be longer than 10 minutes. It's not going to be going on and bore you for longer than that. But I think that this could have... Let's not go over the top. I think that's the most important thing as well. Let's not be stupid about this. We've lost a game against the League 2 side, 4-3, in the FA Cup first round. Let's not go overboard about this. But I listened to the radio coverage of the game, and I think something that sort of... I think really important to talk about and something that we can really sort of take from is the sort of long-term effects of this defeat and the big question marks of how we've lost this how we've lost this game as well, and the reasons for this defeat, because it's not just about losing the game. Like I said, let's not get over the top. Let's not throw ourselves overboard about what is simply a poor result. It's how this result's come about, and as you can tell, my words are a little bit all over the shop because I have not planned this in any way. The game's just finished. I've hopped on this straight away. I'm just sort of talking my raw feelings and emotions from just hearing what's happened and following it in different ways. Although I didn't watch the game, you can still see, still get so much from it from listening to the game. And ultimately, it's pretty clear what happened, to be honest. I mean, from the start, we set up in a really strange way. We set up with a 3 at the back because Carlson was in his words, he was looking at how we could deal things without Steve Seddon, of course, our only left back at the club, really. And that's the reason why we've gone with a very different shape. I mean, when I heard it, I was intrigued by it, but I always thought, if we haven't got that left back, surely there's someone else we can stick at left back. John Thorney's played left back before for Blackpool. He played left back already in his career. Surely you put just a left back there, keep the formation the same, and not try and tinker things too much about. One player doesn't have to play. It doesn't mean we have to change the entire system, the our formation. It wasn't even a usual back three either. It was literally a back three with 2 midfielders in front of that, and then wingers, and then even more attacking players as well. They didn't sort of have any fullbacks in that formation, which was almost like it was going to just be 3 defenders left very, very exposed. And we've conceded 4 goals using that system. And again, I think that says everything. When I first heard about it, when I first saw the formation, I thought this could expose us defensively massively. And I think it's been clear. We've conceded 4 goals, having been led in 3 times in the game, being 3-1 up. We've lost the game 4-3. We've conceded 4 goals. That's worrying. That's a really worrying place that we sit in. And that does come down to the system. Now, obviously, I was very open. I did a podcast, sort of a preview for the game over on One Rovers Vlog. Shout out to him, amazing Bristol Rovers sort of fan channel, and amazing content he produces. And I was there watching it back actually, and I was there even when I was saying it in the moment. I was thinking I think the question that his name's Charlie. The question that Charlie asked me was, how serious are you taking this? How serious do you think Oxford will take this? And I said, we've got to take this very, very seriously. This is a competition that we need to progress in, and we will want to progress in. 100% Oxford United will want to progress in this competition. And I still stand by that now. Although we're not going to progress in this competition, I still stand that we should have done. I don't think it's the thing of we've lost the game. Oh, that's fine. We were never taking it seriously. We never really wanted to progress through, because I think that would sort of be lying. I think we were all very, very. I love a cut run. We've had some of the under Carl Robinson, especially, even under sort of the latter years of Michael Appleton. We really enjoy the amazing cut runs at Oxford United. The Newcastle one is one that shouts out to me. We've had Newcastle twice in the FA Cup. We beat them 3-0, I remember, in Michael Appleton's years, and we obviously took them to extra time, and we conceded in the last sort of minute, but that amazing last-minute winner in full-time with Nathan Holland. Now, those are the moments in FA Cup games for Oxford United in recent years that will stick with by me for a long time. And they were amazing nights. And although, like I said, let's not go over the top about it, but it's about, I think the team selection straight away was a little bit of a worry, and we'll go through it straight away. Like I said, I'm not going to go on it for too long, but I don't want to, like I said, this wasn't even meant to happen. I wasn't even going to make this episode of the podcast. I don't even know when I'm going to put it out. I don't know whether I'm going to put it out late tonight. I might put it out tomorrow morning. It's a Tuesday night, so I don't really know what to sort of do with it. But I want to make sure I sort of say how I feel about it as of now. We're 3-1 up in extra time, and we lost the game 4-3 in the FA Cup. We changed the system. We changed the way we played. We changed the formation so much. And we've now, massively sort of, the consequences have been thrown in our face massively. And that, again, is a very, very worrying place to be. And Carl Robinson, again, it will come back to bite him. I think it will come back to bite him, because he said straight away, ultimately in this game, he was very, very honest about it before the game. He said, and even he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to say anything about how he thought about this competition, how serious he was taking this game. He didn't really need to go into detail about it, because his team selection, in my opinion, was everything that we needed to know about how he felt about this competition. And let's make this clear as well. I don't think Oxford United at all I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I still think the qualities, what I'm trying to say, in this Oxford United squad could have been and maybe should have been good enough to progress through in this game, but it wasn't. And I still think it was a strange way. It wasn't even really the personnel, in my opinion, because I still think the personnel is good enough to beat a Bristol Rovers side. I still think that personnel can be done. But I'd also say as well, I think it's that formation change for me. It's that formation and the system change that's done it. And first of all, as well, I forgot to say at the start, and if you're still watching now, I hope you are. Massive credit goes to Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers, fair play. You stayed in the game. You were resilient. Very much like that first leg, really. You were resilient. You stayed in the game, even when moments where you thought you really wouldn't progress through and you wouldn't you wouldn't see yourself get back into the game. You did, and you stayed resilient. And full credit goes to Bristol Rovers for that. And if I'm being honest, I'm just looking at it from an Oxford perspective. But I want to mention as well that Bristol Rovers, fair play, 100%. You deserve that credit because you were fantastic tonight, and you progressed through fair and square in the end. We weren't good enough. You stayed resilient, like I said. You definitely, in moments, you smelt blood, and you progressed through fair and square, and that I completely respect, and I think you deserve to go through after the 120 minutes of football being played. But from an Oxford perspective, it's worrying. And like I said, Carl Robinson didn't have to say much, but by looking at the way that we'd set up and the players that we put into that system as well, I think that said a lot about how he felt about this competition and how he felt about this game in particular. And like I said again, I'm not expecting him to play the same style that played Ipswich. I get it. Saturday to Tuesday, and then played again on Saturday against Wigan, a massive game. This game has been sandwiched between two massive games in League One for Oxford. Ipswich on one end of it, and Wigan on the other end. I completely understand that. Like I said, it's more the formation, less the personnel. I still think the personnel in that squad was good enough and should have been good enough to get through this game. It's the way that we set up. I'm actually struggling to find the sort of exact formation. I'll try and get it. So I can sort of, ultimately it literally was a 3 at the back, but not even can be turned into a 5 very easy in the game, because you're left then with, they've got the formation here. It's a back 3 with Thornley, Massinio, McNally, and then 2 holding midfielders in front of that of McGuane and Kane, and then I guess your fullbacks, but your wingers that are generally wingers of Williams and Ford. And then Billy Bowden, Sykes, and Adji in front of that, and that itself, for me, says that I think the personnel in that side suggests that we should get through the game. It's the way that we set up and the way that we massively change the system. You're changing a system in what is an important game. It's a competition that we want to go through in, and you're setting up in that way. Why is that not being tried, for example, in the Papa John's Trophy? I know we're out of that now, but why was that not tried in the 3 group stage games we had in that competition? You're trying to, you're experimenting a formation in the first round replay, where the next game is going to be Sutton United, which no disrespect again to Sutton, but we should be progressing through that game as well. And then we've got the third round where we've got a chance of playing one of the biggest teams in England. That, for me, that was a massive mistake. I'm reading some of the people on the comments. The photo of the formation was posted on Oxford Mail's Twitter. I'm listening to what people have been saying about this. That's just a bit weird. The shape doesn't suit the squad we have. And I think it's spot on. I think that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It's less the personnel. It's more the way that this formation was sort of crafted together. And we're sort of putting players into a formation that didn't actually fit. You've got Thornley, Massinio, McNally are 3 centre-backs. That makes sense. But then you've got 4 playing as a right winger, right wing-back. I sort of get it. But Williams as a left midfielder, left wing-back. I mean, I don't really know what's going on there. I know he's played right back this season, but he hasn't played left back, and now he's trying to play him at left wing back. I don't really know what's going on there. Billy Bowden and Sykes and Ajay, I sort of get it, but Billy Bowden and Sykes are sort of playing more narrow. Kane and McGuane in midfield is generally quite a good midfield partnership. But they're the only 2 players that are protecting that back 3. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I'd be telling the gas to get down the wings if I was their manager. Is another one of the comments, and that's exactly that. We have no real protection down those flanks. Williams is going to have to track back down that side, or was going to have to, but didn't clearly well enough. We considered 4 goals. He might have done that. It might be just, but I'm just trying to say. And Ford as well was also playing in that formation in that position. It's a strange one. It really is a strange one. Again, like I said, I don't want to go overboard about it, but I think it's a worry. And what will the long term effects of this game be? I'm not entirely sure. Again, it could be that, will confidence be massively affected after losing today's game going into Wigan? Hopefully not. But again, like I said, the reason for the change of this system was to play because we wanted to see what it was like when we didn't have Seddon in the side. That was what Carl Robinson said. If I could play the interview without getting copyrighted, I would do, but I don't think I can. He says we need to try and change we changed the system and we changed the formation today because Seddon is the only left back at the club until January. We wanted to sort of change and see how we could suit and deal with it if he gets injured or if he can't play between now and January. Now, I don't want to sound patronising, and again, I'm not saying that Carl Robinson knows, obviously Carl Robinson knows 10 times more, 100 times more about football management than I do. But if you're trying to fit a player, trying to replace a player, surely you just do a swap. Is that stupid of me? I don't know. If you're hopefully you're trying to say you've got a back 4 of Seddon, normally Seddon, Thornley, Moore and Long. I get it. You play Ford instead of Long. You play McNally and Thornley, or even if you want to play the same players, you can still play that entire personnel. Ford at right back, McNally and Massinio, and then Thornley at left back. I don't understand why that we had to sort of change the entire system. We had to then play fullbacks as wingers and wingbacks as fullbacks. I don't know whether that's me being a little bit naive or stupid in that sense, but surely there's a lot of ways we can resolve that. Instead, we try to change the entire side to fit that in. I don't know why that's happened. Like I said, what will the long-term effects would be? Let me know in the comments down below. Very off the cuff, very, very rough. I don't really know when this is going to be put out, but there's just my instant thoughts after Oxford United get out of the FA Cup, and however you look at it, it's disappointing, it's frustrating. Leading a game 3 times, you expect to be winning the game at the end of it. Winning a game, be 3-1 up in a game in extra time, you expect to be winning the game. We're not. But like I said, and I should have said this earlier, fair play to Bristol Rovers, fair and square, you beat us. You were better than us on the night. That's just the way it is, and we were very, very poor in very key aspects of the game. Not across the whole game, not across the whole game. I think that's the most important thing. The cameras died. It's a late one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, stay safe. See you in a bit.